Guess who's back? Cali Sense. What's up, guys? Been gone for a minute. I haven't did a video, but I still been buying fragrances, still collecting. A couple months back, I went on a little journey buying older fragrances, trying to find older batches, and I found a few. I'll have a few in this video, and I'll save a few for another video. Anyway, I like to use discounters just like everybody else. Fragrance buy, fragrance net, things like that. But I'm not here to talk about those. I'm here to talk about fragrance groups. Here's what I got from a fragrance group on Facebook. Dolce and Gabanna Pour Homme, Euro Italia version, made in Italy. This is the original batch right here. The original formula, excuse me. One of my all-time favorite fragrances, especially when you compare it, I put it up there with Dior Homme Parfum, Acqua di Gio Profumo. Smells amazing. I don't know if you're familiar with this fragrance, but the difference in quality and just that wow factor compared to the newer batches, this is a killer fragrance. It's always gotten me compliments in the past. I try to use it sparingly, except for this video, but it's one of my all-time favorite fragrances. It's powdery. The older batches like this one, it's got tobacco in it. Now I'm not gonna lie, so it's an older bottle. So when you spray that, it's a little alcoholic up top, but when it dries down, you get this smooth, woody, spicy, sexy fragrance. This originally came out in 1994, and I got my first bottle in like 2001, 2002. And this bottle right here smells just like how I remember it. My sticker fell off, so I still got it. I don't want to toss it, but amazing fragrance. If you like Dolce and Gabbana Pour Homme, if you don't want to hunt down an older bottle, don't go to eBay, but if you do, go to Fragrance Marketplace on Facebook. If not, I hear that the newer batches are made in Italy again by Dolce and Gabbana. Now, at some point in time, they were made by another company. Another company was in charge of production, and that's when a whole bunch of reformulations, countless reformulations happened with this fragrance. So in the last couple years, Dolce and Gabbana reacquired the rights to this. So they're making it again, and I'm hearing on Fragrantica that the newer batches are actually pretty good. So if you want to spend an arm and a leg, get the newer 23 or 2023, 2024 batches. But Fragrance Marketplace, you get fair deals. But yeah, so older fragrances. Everything nowadays, a lot of fragrances smell so much the same or an extension of one fragrance from another. And there's so many clones and so many smell-alikes. But the reason I was on my fragrance journey to find older fragrances is because back then, early 2000s, mid 90s, before, even 80s, because I grabbed a couple bottles of vintage Obsession by Calvin Klein. I got two. I got the first formula and the second formula. So I'll do a video on those. But this right here, look at that bottle. Isn't that cool? Lancôme Hypnose by Lancôme. This fragrance is cardamom, powdery cardamom fragrance, and this came out in 2007. It gets a lot of comparison to La Nuit de l'Homme, but La Nuit de l'Homme came out in 2009, and if anything, La Nuit de l'Homme smells like this, but it really doesn't. This smells more like Scotch and Soda EDT by Scotch and Soda, Amsterdam brand, fashion brand. I sprayed this earlier, I'm not gonna lie, on my hand before the video. But anyway, this is very powdery, seductive, flirty. It's not super mature, but I would say it's good for a date night. Date night, sexy, flirty, playful type of scent. It's on my hand right here, the dry down. Oh man. I get some vanilla, cardamom, some light spices. There's mint in here. You get a little bit of mint. But if you want to stand out, man, I'm telling you, you got to get these older type of fragrances. I'm not telling you to spend an arm and a leg. Don't go to eBay, Fragrance Marketplace, Mercari. If you search around on the web, I seen this in the fragrance room. You can get a smaller bottle, I think for like $50, and it smells good. You're gonna smell different. You're gonna stand out. The last fragrance I'm talking about in this video came out in 2001, and it re-released. It got discontinued, re-released several years later, and the bottle had changed several times. But this is the original bottle, the original formula, Michael by Michael Kors. A nice, seductive fragrance, very high quality, especially by today's standards. This kind of smells niche. I'm not even gonna lie. Tobacco, dried fruits, plum, leather, smoke. There's a shit ton of notes in here. Like, there's too many notes for me to even list. Go look on Fragrantica, but you will get noticed with this. Sexy, date night, winter, fall. More fall, nighttime type of fragrance. Date night, flirty, mature. Definitely more mature than Hypnose. Hypnose is for like a younger guy, I feel like, but I'll still wear it. I'm not that old, even though you see all this gray. But anyway, this is more my speed right here. But I like them both, but I like this more. Out of the three, this is probably number 2 to Dolce & Gabbana, and I'll put Hypnose at third place for the older fragrances that I recently got. Plummy, dry fruits, suede, smoke, tobacco. Very sexy and seductive. Look on Mercari. Check out Mercari. But be careful, because they took away the seller fees, which is good for me, but they added those fees to the buyer. So you might want to lowball a little bit. Anyway, Fragrance Marketplace on Facebook is where you can also find these. I seen this on there recently. That's where I got this, as I mentioned earlier in the video. So I don't know, man. I like older fragrances, and I just like stuff that smells different. So I still collect new stuff that comes out. Haven't did a whole bunch of videos because I stopped blind buying a whole bunch of shit. Now I just blind buy what I really, really, really want, instead of buying every new flanker that comes out. I don't do that, man. You end up wasting your money, because a lot of times I end up flipping it. So anyway, if you have any suggestions, comments, drop me a line in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe. Cali Sense. Stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.